Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I'm coming to you live today from my craft studio in Bancroft, Ontario. Welcome to Connie's Craft Along. This is not usually as much of an adventure as my craft spot, but you never know. I have a plan, I have a card, I have prep pieces, and then I sort of flipped it all around, and so I've not made one quite like that. That's Oscar, and he is sniffing the camera that's supposed to be on the workspace, and he has moved over to the workspace almost like he knows that that's where we're going next. So he's going to get pushed off in just a moment. But anyway, if you are here, do say hello. I hope that wherever you are staying cool, staying safe, and that the smoke from the forest fires, if they are um, not in your area, but if the smoke from them is in your area, I hope that you have a place to be where you are not directly in it. Northwestern Ontario, way too many forest fires right now, and it has been very smoky here for the last couple of days. Yesterday, the like everything, the sky and the just the look was very orange and odd and wrong. But there was just so much smoke in the air and so much humidity holding the smoke particles that it was very odd looking. And today it's still hazy, still smoky, but it doesn't seem as bad here today anyway. So anyway, wherever you are, I hope that you are staying safe and are able to be out of the smoke. So okay, let me just get this up on here. And oh, look, we have someone here. Donna. Hello, Donna. Welcome. Uh, and welcome to the Great Stampin' Believers team. Uh, Donna has joined my team of crafters, our group, our family, our community, and we will welcome her with open arms because we love to welcome crafters into our group and more people, more inspiration, more ideas to share, and we love it all. So a big welcome to you, Donna, and thanks for joining me here. Let's head down to the Oscar area. Yes, there's Oscar. There he is. For anyone that has not seen him for a little while, there he is, smack dab in the middle of the crafting space. So, Oscar, you are going to have to move, and you'll have to, you know, give us this space. Okay. It's going to need a little poke. I'll just give you a little poke here. Yes, I know, but it's crafting time. You must leave. We'll put them down. We'll see how that works. Sometimes it works, sometimes not as much, but anyway. Okay, so today I mentioned that we would do the silhouette technique. So hopefully you have cut some pieces and you're ready to craft. This is an awesome way to use scraps. It's also an awesome way to use up little bits of cardstock, as I found, because I'm pulling out all my little pieces and getting them cut up into 1-inch squares. So great way to use up little bits that we have around because Lord knows as crafters we have lots of bits. Okay, standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And I suggested you use black or something dark, and then a piece of cardstock that's 5.25 by 4. And I suggested that you use white or something light. So there you go. I am using black and white for mine. It's going to that a really nice burnish. Get it ready, and we will set that up for later. Okay, we don't need this right now either. Going to bring in my silicone mat because you also hopefully have 12 1-inch squares of, I suggested basic black cardstock, but something dark, whatever you used for your card base is good. and then 12 1-inch squares of designer series paper. And this, because I'm using up scraps, I truly am using up scraps. This is the, I think it's called Perennial Lavender. It is not current, but it was lovely. You may remember it. And if you don't remember it from the pieces that I have here, because this was more the pretty peacock side, here's more of the gorgeous grape side uh, that was so very popular. Beautiful, beautiful paper. So I've got these all flipped. Flipped over. All of a sudden I'm thinking, what am I doing? Do I have these the right way? I do believe I do. Okay, so I am just going to come along here with my liquid glue, and I am going to put some liquid glue just kind of in the center, because these are going to be offset on our black squares, and it is way too much effort for me to make sure I've got it on the right edge, not the top edge, not the overhanging edge, not the left edge, but whatever the case may be, I am just going in the center, and that's good enough, because it's going to hold them all in place just fine. And then you're going to come in and you are going to attach it to your black cardstock, just slightly off center. Okay, so I've gone up and to the right a little bit with these. You can go up and to the left. You can go down and to the right, down and to the left, whatever you want. They just all need to be the same. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you are moving your designer series paper squares in the same direction each time. Okay, otherwise your shadow won't truly be a shadow, because the light doesn't really come at these things from all different angles. So, so we closed all of our windows for today. It was cool-ish, cooler, I guess. It wasn't really cool this morning. I did go swimming, but yesterday was cool, and it was a little bit cooler overnight, I think because there was so much haze and the sun couldn't get through. When you got little bits of sun, you could really feel its warmth. But then with the cloud and the haze, the air felt much cooler. It was kind of eerie, actually. But anyway, warmer. And now it seems, I suspect it has warmed up quite a bit out there, because it's now warm in the sunroom here. So we call it a sunroom. It should be a screen room. I don't know, but it's always been called the sunroom. There's virtually no sun that comes in here because we have so many lovely trees around. But anyway, that's the name of it. So if you have been around Stampin' Up! For a while, or if you shopped elsewhere, whoa, you perhaps have a 1-inch punch, which I do. And 1-inch squares are certainly easy enough to cut. You just cut a 1-inch strip and then you chop it into 1-inch pieces. It's not difficult. But when you have a 1-inch punch, you can just sit and punch squares from any old piece of scrap that you have. So it's fantastic. Okay, so there's my squares. And you can kind of see, hopefully, with them even just sitting here, a little bit of a shadowing. So what I am going to do is just rearrange these now so that we have different pieces in different rows and different, we don't want anything the same anywhere. I think we have done it. So you won't have every pattern in every row, because we had 4 different patterns and we only have 3 columns, I guess, not rows. But that's what I'm going to do. Wow. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is flip these all over. Am I still in the camera here? Hopefully. Move this a little bit. There we go. That should be okay. I'm flipping them all over just so that they're ready to go. Flipping them in place because I had them all laid out in my pattern, so I don't want to mess that up. We know how easily I can be confused, right? Okay. And then I'm going to come in again with some liquid glue, and now the whole square is going to be glued down, but this is just a quick and easy way to add glue. Working in a circle. I could work in a streak, I suppose. Just get some glue on the back of all of those pieces. Okay. And then I'm going to come in here. So this is this is wide. It is. It's 4¼ I don't want it to be 4¼ Is it more than 5? Is it 5½? No, it's 5¼ but I only want it to be 4. So that's why it looks wide, because it is wide. I'm gonna chop it off there. That will fix that. Okay, and now I'm going to come in and I'm just going to lay these down. I am going to set this just, pick an amount down and in. It's perhaps, is it a 1/4 inch? It's not, I don't think it's quite a 1/4 inch. I suppose if I sort of measured it, that might provide a good guide, but that just sounds way too organized. And I'm going to come in with these and just kind of space them between. So if you do your top and bottom, then you can come in with your others. And if they are not quite, if you don't have quite the same gap between sorry, my hair was probably all over there, between the pieces in the center and the pieces and the top and bottom, it's okay, because things, as long as these are similar and these are similar, it will still be pleasing to the eye. Come over here just to sort of get my spacing for the rows. And I'm going to be honest, if it is not quite right, as far as being even and your spacing and stuff, once you get the whole thing done, you get the whole card done, people are looking at the overall effect. They are not going to notice if some are not quite the same spacing. And if they do, they should just keep that thought to themselves and enjoy the beauty of a handmade card. And if they don't, then you should just ignore them, because it's easy to be a critic, right? But, oh, I don't want the same. Is this going to mess up if I do this? How did we do that? We didn't get this quite right. What pattern is this? Now, what do we have left? Don't know how that got discombobulated, but we saved it. Okay. So once you have them all down and you're kind of happy with them, right? And you just want to give it a press all over, flip it over, give it a nice press. And there we go. Okay, let's bring in our sentiment piece. And I have a sentiment from the new Begonia Bell. This is the product of the month stamp set from the product of the Begonia Bell is the product of the month stamp set. And this sentiment is from that stamp set. Did you get all that? That was a lot of stuff there. Okay, just gonna put this right on here in the center. we go. Here's a little cleanup just so it's done. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. This is the rounded rectangular punch that I've used for this. You can use anything for your sentiment. You could just do a strip or some other punch or die cut, whatever you like. And then you're just going to layer it. You make two, same size, and then just layer it up same way as all the rest of your shadows. And so there's that. And then I suggested you should have some sort of a die cut or interest element. And since I'm using up scraps, these were left over from our global retreat. So I have some of these. This is from the Lily of the Valley bundle, which I love. Oh my goodness, I'm still so in love with that suite and the paper, the stamps, the dies, everything. It is just so stunning. So happy to use this. And I am just going to plunk this right across there. Okay. And I don't know if this is too long or not, but I do know that we don't really need it. So I'm just going to snip the bottom of that off. I'm going to put dimensionals onto my sentiment piece. We will pop this up. This is going to go right about there. Put this tape runner way down the other end of the table. Here. That. And then I have, and these might be faceted, they're called faceted snowflakes. They're just gems. And these are pretty peacock. So guess what? They go with this really nicely. Let's pick up that blue. There you go. Whoop, a little bit. So super fun technique, not difficult, amazing way to use up your scraps. I have one more prepped, and this one I'm kind of excited to see because I've done it in reverse. So I've got a thick, basic white card base. So where we were black, now I'm white. I've totally reversed everything. We'll see how it looks, see what we get. So there's my card base. Then my piece to glue onto is black instead of white. I'm going with a strip this time for my sentiment. And I have white squares instead of black squares. Okay, everything's still the same 1-inch squares, but just flipped the other way. So I'm going to flip these. Oh no, not yet. Not. Yes, flip these over. Oh goodness. And flip these over. And flip Do you have any Windex here? These over. That's got to be wrong. Some of these I need to be upright. I think I was going to do, we'll glue the backs of these, and then we're going to flip these over, and then these. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're different on all sides. If we are not, well, we'll just fake it. We'll improvise. It scraps and we'll make it look like it was meant to be. Okay. So I'm going to do my shadows in the same direction, I think, because it works and it's easy. As a right-hander, it's easy to go up and over this direction. If you're left-handed, you might want to go the other direction, just for ease of gluing, because there's no right or wrong. You just want them all to be the same. Well, just don't really have a direction, but I put this bright berry burst in it. This is one of the cards. This is the Moonlit Flora designer series paper. I'm not positive I mentioned that. And I wasn't quite sure, since I was going on white, whether I should have dark patterns or what, but I've got a couple that are fairly dark. This is quite bold, and then the green is not as bold, but lots of color. So I thought that that would probably work. I think once you get it down on your card, just about anything could work. It just all looks nice together. At least that's my hope, because that's what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. So you have perhaps heard that Stampin' Up! Now offers a hot foil machine. It is out. There's the machine, there are dies, there's different foils, lots of things to add shine and really step up your crafting. It is an investment, I'll be honest. So you have to you have to plan that this is something that you want to invest in. But you can make stunning cards and embellishments and things with it. So absolutely beautiful things. I don't think we want that, do we want this, and this one might be kind of interesting because I guess it's working out okay. I was just thinking with the two that are like flowery and two that are just patterned, it might be a little bit tricky to put together, but we seem to have done it. We've got everything rearranged so we don't have anything the same side by side, and we don't have doubles in a row or anything. That will work. Anyway, one of the things that you do need to know about the hot foil system is that it will not fit in the old Big Shots, right? It also may not fit in some other companies' die cutting machines. It is not endorsed for any of them. I obviously have not tried it in any of them because I don't own any of those other machines. But you will need a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to use it in. The plate is sized to fit in the cut and emboss machine, and the cut and emboss machine is larger than the Big Shot was. So it you need a cut and emboss machine. So just be aware of that. And if you have a cut and emboss machine and you want the hot foil machine, I would love to have you go to my online store and purchase that. Just measuring to see if this is the right size. Yes, it looks like it is. Yes, so if you would like to, it is available now in my online store. So you are more than welcome to go head over there and purchase that. You can purchase the foils the dies. The dies can be purchased in bundles, so there are some with coordinating stamps that just give you the whole package for making beautiful, stepped up, shiny, over the top kinds of cards. So at the very least, check it out. Go watch the video. Just see what you think. It's very different from just regular stamping. Sure. Okay. This is too far. Just gonna push these back over this way a tiny bit while I still can. Oh, a little bit deceiving for your eyes because it's like, do I look at the white and line the whites up? Do I look at the designer series paper? Is that what I should be focusing on? And then I don't know about you, but I kind of focus on both. And then it's like, oh no, wait, that's not really in line. So I think it's easier if you pick one. I don't know which one is a better one to pick, but there we go. Look at that. We got them all on. So, okay. Now for this one, as I said, I was going to just use strips for my sentiment, and I have the happy birthday, and this is from last month's product of the month stamp set, which was called Wild Bunch, and had all those super cute critters. So, oh, this, I thought I needed it this wide, but this now looks like there's lots of space around it. Maybe it would have fit on a 1/2 inch strip. Maybe I'll grab my 1/2 inch strip back and we will see where, if I know where I put said 1/2 inch strip. Here we go. This is 1/2 inch, isn't it? Yes. Let's just see. I thought it was going to be too squishy. And it may be. Let's see, so I just have a little bit of ink on the top of that block there. Then there is the stamping on the angle. Oh, no, I think that'll work. Look at that. Kind of a nice, just a nice little, a narrow border for sure, but that's okay. We don't need a large border, and that way we can show off more of the pretty paper. Okay, so I am going to use this, which means I need to trim this down to 1/2 inch because this was 3/4 of an inch. We'll make that 1/2 inch, and then I think I'm going to just trim this on get it a little bit closer. Is that any, that's 2 1/4. Just say, is it any logical number, or did I just chop it in really odd places and I'll never get them the same? We're good. Okay, and then this gonna come in with my glue again. Put this right, so down here is where we're going to be. Go towards the middle, not towards the top. Just gonna put that right onto there. And once again, using up bits. This was from something. This is from the Delicate Dreams designer series paper. So I don't know whether you can see or not. It's sort of almost like a linen pattern on there. And hopefully, I think it'll go okay. Lots of white there. White might have been better, but this is what we've got. I think I'm just going to do that. So you know what? This one, I'm going to put this on first, just so I can get this placement correct, because this is this sentiment is not large enough to hide all evils. The other one was bigger, and so I had more play space for the where the bottom of that piece was, but this one needs to be a little bit more curated, shall we say. Okay, so I'm going to put my sentiment right there. Just, I love this font. It's very, very neat. Okay, now, oh, there you can sort of see the back of the delicate dreams there. This, a wise woman would have made this into a sticker, but she didn't. So she's just going to put some little dabs of glue onto some of these leaves up here. A little streak up there. Oh, hello, Oscar. How nice of you to come back and join us once again. But no, 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 no. Don't walk. I have gluey things here. Come on. Sorry, you have to get down. Beauty of silicone mat, you get glue on it, you just swish it out of the way and you're good. Oh dear. Okay, this is a little longer than we need. I'm just gonna chop it off at the knees a little bit. Here we go. Come back in here like this. There we go. Okay, some adhesive. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, and then put this onto here. And some gems. Oh, I did not, I see, I got gems ready for the pretty peacock one, but I didn't get anything out for this. So what do we have? Oh, oh, maybe white even, right? I do like these. Oh goodness, these are lovely. These are Moody Palette glossy dots. We could do white, or we could do green. I like the green too. Maybe the green. Let's go with the green, shall we? Oh, two for deal going on there. Oh, must need a little more putty on my tool there. Oh, diddle. Okay, so these are right across from each other, and I don't like that look. So we're just going to come in and move him down there. And move this one up a little bit. There we go. That'll be better. So there you have it. So there's the reverse. So here was the first card we made, and here's another sample that I had done with the same paper. So this is the purple, the perennial lavender, the paper that everybody probably remembers it with the gorgeous grape and the Highland heather. But there was a lot of pretty peacock and some Lost Lagoon in that paper as well. So there's those two. And then here is a reverse. This almost looks like it's been die cut in reverse, doesn't it? But you could punch your 12 black squares. If you were good, the punch wouldn't fit though. You couldn't get the punch into these center places. But if you could, you could punch them out, just put it on a white card base and use the negative for that. Because that really looks like it's the negative, doesn't it? More so than this one. Isn't that interesting? From in my eyes anyway. From my perspective, my point of view, I don't know, whatever. My whatever. But anyway, there are your cards for this afternoon. I hope that you like them. Give it a try. It's a little bit you kind of get on a roll. So you sort of get your punch going if you've got a punch, or you get your chopper going if you're cutting 1 inch strips. Cut a bunch of strips and then just sit down and glue them all onto your squares and then just sit and rearrange them and use up some of your bits from your bits bucket for the accent piece. It all comes together. You'd think I had a plan, wouldn't you? Anyway, that's what we have for you for today. I'm glad you like those, Donna. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Um, I really appreciate it. And I hope to craft with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. We're getting there. Tomorrow's Friday. We're real close. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.